Hello and welcome everyone, this is BUDCAST, episode 24. I'm Steve Bud here, and today I got a good game coming at you here on Quests Heresy. It's another 1v1, like always. This is retail version, so it's not elite mod. We got NoisyElmo here on the bottom as Commissar Lord versus WarNeverChanges here on Mekboy. I actually haven't seen any Mekboy games recently, so I'm kind of excited to see how this turns out. So let's just start this replay right up. So yeah, Commissar Lord, I'm really he's a really tricky hero to play. You really just have to keep him like right in the fray of things, and like really, I don't know, he just gets ranged really easily. So NoisyElmo, though being an experienced IG player, I think he'll be able to deal with it quite easily. It might be difficult given that you know, Orc player is going 2-shooter build, looks like. Yeah, so War is going for the 2 shooters while NoisyElmo here is going for the fast Sentinel. So I think NoisyElmo is actually going to have a little bit of advantage here in the first engagement, because Sentinel really isn't countered here by Orc until he gets at least one big shooter. It'll do damage. These shooters will do damage, but not really anything to be afraid of the Sentinel. And Commissar Lord going into backup Sentinel. That's a pretty good stomp. It prevented this cap with a little paranoid on the left. Commissar is going to get on this remaining shooter boy and maybe even make it retreat with the Sentinel backing it up. The Sluggers here, on the other hand, are capping the left VP. They successfully capped it, and it looks like the Mekboy capped the right one as well. So War is going to have a little bit of a VP advantage here as the game begins. And he's actually going to cap... it looks like NoisyElmo's natural wreck. Yeah, and he's just going to be a little difficult to push off the map given the fact that he can just teleport behind cover like that. But the Sentinel looks like it's going to push him off here pretty soon. Yeah, he's going to get out of there. Here at the top, Commissar is still kind of reigning supreme. He hasn't taken any damage. He's using his bubble ability to mitigate all the ranged and slugga DPS at the moment, and he looks like he upgraded the sword, so he's going to be able to charge into battle. I forget what the ability is called. When do I ever remember what the ability is called in this game? I just never remember ability names. But he has the ability now with the sword upgrade, the power sword, to charge in, and when he does so, he gets like increased special attack chance, so he'll be able to knock down a bunch of stuff, which is really good. Commissar, giving the speed increase is really awesome because you can flank and just be that much more mobile. And it'll be really awesome because, yeah, Mekboy went the def gun, so he is like basically a setup team right now, but he can teleport around and stuff. But having the Commissar speed will be able to help flank this. So NoisyElmo has a chance to deal with it. Let's see, Mech is setting up. Looks like he's going to teleport in. Maybe try and gank this Sentinel. Sluggers are going to, I don't know, do something. Be meat shield. Ooh, but the Mech teleport in doesn't quite get the Sentinel in his arc of fire right off the bat. Maybe he'll get him as he starts running away. Sluggers are on him, getting stomped though. But the Sentinel really needs to get out. One of the shooter boys is forced retreat here. The other one's about to get forced off as well. But the Slug is going back into melee after the stomp to finish it off. Yeah, Sentinels are really anti-melee, but you have to, you can't expect the stomp to just save you after every situation. I don't know, maybe it was bugged, or I don't know what happened there, but NoisyElmo should have gotten that Sentinel out of there and would have prevented that devastating loss. This early, losing a Sentinel is a big deal. But it looks, if we look at the map though, NoisyElmo, despite losing that Sentinel, he still has map control. He has this really fought over wreck point here in the middle, which is a big deal to have on this map. And he has the left top VP as well as all his natural kind of power, his natural power, his alt wreck, and his VP. So yeah, NoisyElmo did lose his stuff, but it looks like War is gonna go for the power harass instead of map control back. So let's see if he can actually get a couple gens down. Looks like these sluggers are still going to be getting some map control in the back, so they're not going to really join the fight yet. And NoisyElmo went for the Catachin Devils, which is a great, it's almost essential pick here for IG in this matchup. You have the old faithful grenade volley thing that just destroys, especially against a shoot-a-blob, and even to deal with the Mekboy setup team. And it looks like the Commissar actually got another war gear, the Aura of Discipline. This is the one where the Commissar, I think if he takes damage, it'll heal the surrounding troops. So let's see if it'll help him out here. Catachin's doing some DPS. Probably should. They're suppressed. I was going to say they probably should get in and get on this mech or something. Let's see if the mech will go down. Mech goes down, but it looks like Commissar is really low. Shooter Boy's in. Oh yeah, so they take him down. So both traded heroes. Looks like this Shooter Boy's really low. It's 3 HP. Catachin Devil's not gonna be able to get the last shot off on it. Gonna be able to gonna have to force retreat as well. So again, NoisyElmo comes out on the short end of that engagement there. They did manage to trade heroes, so at least he got the Mekboy down, but he wasn't able to successfully push off all of War's units, and he's probably going to lose at least a generator here. Yeah, so one goes down. But surprisingly enough, NoisyElmo has kept this second guardsman on the field, and he's got the right VP, and it looks like he even has War's natural wreck there. Commissar Lord going in, but it looks like he's going to have to get out pretty soon. Yeah, he doesn't want to keep losing him. NoisyElmo really does like to use that Commissar to his, or really to the last second, so likes to keep him in until he really needs to get him out of there. But as we just saw, sometimes it results in an unnecessary loss. Let's see, Mekboy though, still set up, pinning down those Catachins, and these guardsmen aren't really going to do much here to the shooters, even though they are really low. They're like less than a third health each of them, but they're both not behind cover, but it looks like they're still going to push off this guardsman. Catachins here getting still pinned down. They're under a little smoke grenade thing, which will keep them alive for a second. Oh, giving enough time for the Commissar Lord to run in, charged up, but the Mekboy just porting out of range, making the Commissar Lord retreat, and looks like he makes it out with 80 HP. So yeah, these Catachins didn't really do much that fight. They kind of just delayed a little bit so the Commissar can get back in. Yeah, they're gonna get forced off too. So yet another engagement here, won by War. His shooters are looking pretty low though, so I don't think he's gonna be able to power harass here. Maybe no. 2 guardsmen and the Commissar coming back. It's gonna force off both of these shooters. Ooh, and I haven't seen this in a long time. Mech is actually going for the WOG banner. For those of you that don't know, it's just I think it grants a aura buff, like damage or something, and it also has an active ability that like chain knocks down any enemies within like a big range. So it's a really good building as Mekboy, but I don't know if that's a really good spot to put it. Maybe I'd put it like behind line of sight so you can't just range it down as easy. Let's see, over here, Sluggers, only 2 models, capping the right, so War is going to save a little bit of wreck, not reinforcing them, just using them to cap the map. Let's see, NoisyElmo sending his Catachins over to deal with them, so that'll be an easy win for him. And both players right now going into Tier 2, so we'll see what they get for their Tier 2 choices. NoisyElmo going 2 guardsmen. He's probably going to go a Chimera, and maybe, I don't know what we'll see from War. Probably just a mech or truck. That's my guess. That's what I would do if I were either of these players. See, Commissar Lord's level 3, Mekboy's level 2. So it looks like Commissar's gotten a couple more kills in. Ooh, nice nice Old Faithful into the Commissar, but Mekboy just ports out again, so Commissar is going to get caught up in that second time. Catachin upgraded with Demo, so he's going to be able to lay a couple explosive traps, some IEDs. But this Mekboy is just porting around just perfectly. War's using him just in the right time to just tie up both the the Catachin and the Commissar just so well. That was a good global, but it didn't really do too much, and looks like War is busting out the tank busters, just blind countering any Chimera that NoisyElmo could have came out with. But he's gonna go straight for the gens, and having tank busters out this soon, just straight on the gens, is, yeah, it's gonna be devastating. He might lose all of his whole farm. I don't know. Let's see how fast this Commissar can sprint back out here and tie him up. Also important to note, tank buster volley will, I think, one-shot a gen if he lands all of them. See, Slugger Boy over here on the left, getting the tank buster barrage going in, and it one-shots the gen. So Ward using those tank busters to his advantage, getting all the gens. He got all the gens, man. He got all of them. So let's see. Map control is still surprisingly enough in NoisyElmo's favor. If you look at the little mini-map, there's a lot of blue. These Catachins, though, getting tied up again. Getting pretty low, down to 300 HP between 3 models, sorry, they had 5 models. So they're going to have to get out of here. But NoisyElmo, with his Tier 2 choice of Organs, NoisyElmo is going to force off the Slugger Boy. And I think Organs are a really good choice instead of Chimera. I mean, War did blind counter any Chimera with the tank busts. That would have been just terrible if he would have lost it. A Chimera, like, right off the bat if he decided to build one. But Organs, there's not really much to counter them. I mean, ooh, nice tank buster volley, but not really going to do much. Not really going to slow up the Organs. Only caught 2 models. War does have the Mekboy to tie up the Organs, but I don't know if he has that much damage. They don't take very much from shooters, so he's gonna have to use his sluggers really well to really deal with those Organs. And it's gonna be kind of tricky to tie up both the Commissar and the Organs, but with Weird Boy and Slugger Squad, though, I have faith that War will be able to deal with it. I mean, that Warp Vomit is just like the best anti-melee ability ever. It's just awesome. It also, for those of you that don't know, Warp Vomit, it'll just stun any melee without stunning your own within like a little ground target. So getting the zap off on the Catachins and the auto attack, but the Commissar Lord's Aura of Discipline is going to heal him right back up. But he's going to have to get out of here pretty soon. And the Commissar Lord has an execute ability, so he'll shoot one of his own squad models to, I don't know if it breaks suppression, I kind of forget, but I know it stops the retreat and it gives a damage buff. So let's see if he'll use it on the Organ, or I guess he retreated already, but he did use it on the Organs previously. The Organs are getting into range here. The Weird Boy is getting shot up by this guardsman over here on the right, so he's going to have to get out. Surprisingly enough, that did quite a bit of damage. I didn't really expect that to happen. Slugger Boy's coming in to force the Organs off, and looks like War is going to start getting some map control back. Yeah, it's what he needs to do. The VPs are 455 to 136 in NoisyElmo's favor. So despite losing, like, well, it was like 3 at least engagements here in Tier 1. NoisyElmo has still been able to somehow hold on to all the victory points. He's only down to 455, and yeah, War's only has 132 left. So War is building here another walk banner to deal with the Organs as they charge in. So hopefully he'll be able to see steam enough to do some damage. Over here on the right, tank buses gonna get pushed off here by the Catachins. So Catachin's gonna get a little bit of VPs back. And yeah, this Organ. Just a note, notice here how NoisyElmo is just splitting his Commissar and his Organs up, so you can easily flank the Mekboy without really using any crazy abilities. So yeah, Organ's going to go in, get on the Mekboy, can do some damage. He's going to have to pour it out of there, while Commissar Lord getting on some range here. And the Weird Boy had a nice Warp Vomit here, snaring up the Commissar, and he's probably going to have to get out of here pretty soon, yeah. And Catachin Devil is over here on the right, going to back up the Organs to see if he can push any of the War's units off here. Doesn't look like it. Organs are going to get pushed off. Mekboy porting right on top of the Catachin's face. Going down, though, to Catachin's Weird Boy auto attack along with some weird Some Shooter Boy support actually takes out the Catechins, so really unfortunate engagement there for NoisyElmo. Losing his Catechins, and those Catechins, I mean, they haven't really been used that well this match, but usually it's a big deal to lose Catechins. They're really expensive, and usually by now they're actually at least leveled up once. So totally a big loss there for NoisyElmo, but he is going a second Organ Squad to replace them. So hopefully War will be able to deal with it. He needs some more damage though. It looks like he's going tier 3, so if he gets out some knobs here pretty soon, he does have a lot of power. He has 200 power, so all he needs is a 500 rec. Knobs will definitely counter the organs, as long as he keeps the Mekboy to support him. Yeah, this Wog Bandit just chilling here in the back here, just totally in control of this middle, which is a big deal on this map. But he really just needs to keep an eye on those VPs. He's down to 92. So War is activating the Wog Banner, knocking down the organs. The Mekboy is going to keep him suppressed here. But these Shooter Boys aren't really doing that much damage. They're doing quite a bit of damage here to the Guardsmen, to either Guardsman really. But both organs are going to run in and going to be untied up here at the moment. So yeah, he's going to push all of War's units off the field. That's really unfortunate. He has the center position, but you just can't knock these organs off. It feels like. I mean, the Sluggas will be able to do some DPS, but he can't get them. He can't get double teamed here by the organs. Let's see. He's got 200 Rex, so as long as he can keep from bleeding, he'll have knobs out pretty soon, or maybe even a tank. A tank wouldn't be that bad a unit choice here for War either. He'll just be able to kite around and take some shots at the organs. Actually, I think that would probably be the best, so we wouldn't actually have to fight them at all. And he'll be able to deal with this Commissar Lord as well. But NoisyElmo just using his Guardsmen, simply as capping units this entire game. And that's pretty much how he's been able to keep on top of the VP so well. Just totally using these organs to his advantage. Just nothing on the field to really do damage. These Shooter Boys don't really do much. Sluggas, they can do damage, but they always get knocked down there by the bonehead charge. Commissar executes the bonehead actually on the organ squad, trying to pick off the weird boy. Might even lose the Commissar himself. That's actually pretty awesome. NoisyElmo just doesn't care about the rec costs, I guess, but this way he's gonna be able to keep his organs on the field that much longer. Obviously, you can't reinforce just a normal organ while on the field, so deciding to execute the bonehead is actually kind of cool. So yeah, I don't really see that many players do that. Unfortunately though, he's gonna have to retreat that, so maybe the executing the bonehead wasn't that great idea, but he did do a really nice try trying to gank that weird boy. So yeah, good try, NoisyElmo. That would have been really cool if we got it. So let's see, War getting back the left VP, but he still doesn't have control of this right one. The first organ squad actually capped that up. Commissar Lord running in, gonna tie up this tank bus to force it off. Organ squad in retreat, might get a couple hits off. No, doesn't really want the kills. Commissar Lord bubbling up, running in. Organ's just flanking a little bit, getting warp vomited though, and this Commissar just keeps getting shot up. He might even go down to 30 HP. Oh, and a nice flare, global flare here from Commissar, or from NoisyElmo, gonna decrease the range of these Shooter Boys and actually save the Commissar's life, I think. I'm not quite sure if it did, but it definitely didn't hurt. So that was pretty awesome. NoisyElmo got away, and these organs are on War's natural power farm there. Mekboy tying up some of these guardsmen, but unfortunately he's gonna get tied up a little bit. He might have to pour it out and reset up. Organs here, capping the bottom left, and Sluggas capping the right VP. And organs, look at these organs. They don't even care. They're right in War's face, almost even taking down the weird boy, just right in his base pretty much, and not really taking that much damage. Finally getting pushed off by looks like the Shooter damage. But yeah, that was almost pretty bad there for War. If he loses the weird boy, it's really going to be hard to deal with two Orgrin squads. But it looks like he's gonna decide to get the knobs instead of the tank, which is, I think, it's definitely the safer of the two choices, given that, you know, tanks are really hit or miss, and knobs are just always good. You can't go knob, or you can't go wrong with knobs. You can't go knob with knobs. That's the only thing you can go with knobs. Knobs. Let's see. NoisyElmo's not. He has a lot of. He's floating 1,000. He has 200 power, but he hasn't gone tier 3 yet. Maybe he's gonna go for more organs or something. It seems to be working out for him at the moment. Tank Busted Barrage going off, not hitting the organs, so not gonna be able to knock him down. But Weird Boy coming in to vomit just at the right time, and Snob Squad coming in, so should be able to push off this organ. Second organ here, getting on the tank busters, so they're gonna stop the decap here, the middle wreck. Yeah, those. It's all about these knobs right now. Upgrading the hammer straight away. So he's gonna go straight for damage, and really, yeah, he just really knows that he can't. He hasn't been able to do that much damage to these organs the entire game. So he's gonna go the hammer straight away, so he can deal with them a little bit better. Because he has enough CC. He has two shooters that can each of them snare organ. He has the Weird Boy and he has the Mekboy. Still upgraded with the Def Gun. Ooh, nice teleport, catching the Commissar, a little bit off guard there. Gonna force the retreat on him. But yeah, War has just like a million CC, or a million abilities to CC these organs. He just needs the damage, so these knobs are really gonna do that for him here. He just needs to get map control back. It's 327. NoisyElmo's favored at 35, and NoisyElmo actually has a 2-cap at the moment, so he really has to do something about this to get back into the game. NoisyElmo is actually building some multi-laser turrets here on the right, so that's gonna prevent any single sluggers, or actually he lost his sluggers. I'm not sure when that happened. My bad. He lost his sluggers, so it's gonna prevent any single shooter boys from really going in there and capping that right VP without losing a bunch of models in the process. The mech might not even be able to do it as well with those turrets up. Yeah, those shooter boys, if they go in, they commit, they're just gonna lose all their models. So that's not a good idea. Organs going in on the knobs. Let's see, Weird Boy needs to come over here and support him real quick. Get a nice warp vomit off, and the knobs will be able to do some damage. Mekboy needs to set up as well. Let's see, Knob Squad. I don't think they popped their meaner and greener yet. Maybe they have. Oh, they're gonna just go ahead and retreat. So NoisyElmo is successfully pushing them off here, and actually taking. It looks like he got 2 models. Yeah, War kind of missed a chance to use his Weird Boy there to tie up both the organs without really doing without having any downside to his own knobs. And that's like the awesome thing about Weird Boy. But NoisyElmo is gonna get back on this VP. He's gonna push all of War off the field at this point. This Weird Boy is not gonna be able to do much on his own, and this tank bus is gonna have to get out as well. And still nothing over here on the right VP as far as War's units go. So I'm really scared for War at this point. It's just those 2 organs, man. It's really tough to really deal with. I know his pain. I used to play Eldar and get warp spiders, and the IG guy would just go just go organs, and there'd be nothing I can do about it. But unfortunately, or fortunately enough, War does have some knobs though. Ooh, and a nice Valkyrie strike going in, but doesn't hit the knobs. It's gonna hit the shooter boy and not take it out. Take it down to about 1/3 health. But the knob squad getting pushed off again. This level 4 organ squad just leveled up out of control. Might even lose the last one. There we go. War calls the GG. Wow, I didn't expect NoisyElmo to just win with 2 organs. That was really unfortunate there for War. He had enough CC to really deal with them, but yeah, he didn't combine it, I guess, enough with his knobs to really just shut him down. Because if he could have done that, he would have had the game easy. But I mean, that's way easier said than done. Yeah, that would have required a really excellent use of every single unit that War had just at the right time. He would have had to just chain Big Shooter snare. He would have had to warp vomit right on top of him and have the Mekboy like at just the right point as well. But this is a really cool game. I like doing it. I'm surprised NoisyElmo didn't go Chimera or even go. I guess he went tier 3 at the end there, but it didn't even look like he bought anything. Yeah, maybe he was saving up for a tank or I don't know, but didn't even come down to that. NoisyElmo though, surprisingly enough, he kept a hold of a lot of victory points, even in tier 1 after losing like 3 or 4 engagements in a row. He even lost his catechins for a second there, and War though he was too aggressive, I think, on trying to burn down NoisyElmo's gens. If he just would have kept more on the map control, I think he would have gotten knobs a lot quicker, and wouldn't have given NoisyElmo the chance to get a level 4 Orgrins. But anyways, yeah, that's it for BUDCAST episode 24. I'm Steve, and thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.